So we just had this guy on Costco, Kevin, or whatever it was, the guy who in Costco, he describes
Freedom
himself,
fighter.
yeah, the freedom fighter, the guy who woke up in a free country that morning. Apparently didn't know you had to wear a mask in Costco, maybe. And we asked him where he gets his information about all these conspiracy theories that he has about Fauci releasing the thing as part of the leftist agenda to get all these leftist policies that have been rolled in, apparently, that we've had. It's also, we couldn't get it on the execution part. Well, he said it was InfoWars, but let's just tune in to a so-called mainstream conservative outlet, the Daily Wire, and look at this guy, Michael Knowles, who is one of the stars, apparently, of the Daily Wire. See what he's saying.
What happened here is that the Democrats made a Faucian bargain. Like a Faucian bargain is where you make a deal with the devil, except that the devil is a petite man from Brooklyn. And I'm not calling Dr. Fauci the devil, but
pause
the
it for 1 second.
The Democrats.
Can I just say, good for you for laughing at that joke, because that stuff was pretty funny. Listen to Knowles laugh at himself here, because this stuff is so funny. It's not like he's not reading it from teleprompter, but it's still so funny. It's so funny that even the third or fourth time you read this thing, it's really funny.
Except that the devil is a petite man from Brooklyn. And I'm not calling Dr. Fauci the devil, but the deal that the Democrats made here is very much like a deal with the devil. A Faustian bargain, deal with the devil, is when you sell your soul for limitless knowledge and power. And a Faucian bargain is when you sell your credibility, which is your political soul, for limitless knowledge and limitless power over the citizens. And like a Faustian bargain, a Faucian bargain doesn't turn out the way that you think it will. This is the trouble with deals with the devil, is you get to the end of the deal with the devil and you realize, oh no, I've made a terrible mistake. I don't actually have all the things that I wanted. It's the same thing with the Faucian bargain. Yeah, the Faucian bargain tells you, oh good, if we exploit this public concern over this virus that no one can see, if we generate mass hysteria, if we make people wear all sorts of crazy things and lock down the economy and stay home from work, crazy and masses. 40 million people are going to lose their jobs, and actually more people very likely are going to die because of these policies, and we're going to take old people and put them in nursing homes because we're so incompetent in the way that we implement this. But we're going to get a new normal. We're going to get the Green New Deal. We're going to get all those policies that we want. We're going to get socialist medicine. Oh, the things we've wanted for 100 years. That's the deal that they made. Now it's falling apart.
That guy, Michael Knowles, on this mainstream Daily Wire conservative channel, run by the cool kid Republican philosopher Ben Shapiro, sounded identical to the gentleman we had on earlier who was caught on camera on Costco, who gets his information from the wide array of InfoWars. They're the same. That's the conservative movement. That this is all a hoax. We don't like the reality of this virus. I think there's plenty of room to say we don't really know about the virus. We just know generally about pandemics. We know this is a new virus. And these are the protocols you follow to avoid mass death. We've already had almost 100,000 people die in less than 10 weeks. And that is with, everybody concedes we flatten the curve, which means that we flatten the infection rate, which means that we necessarily flattened the number of deaths, which means that we diminish them by staying at home, not to mention diminishing deaths that would have come second order because our health system would have been overrun. But this is what the conservative movement has become. There is no ideas. And where's the calls for people to police this? I mean, can you imagine, if this type of stuff was coming from, I don't know, shows that, were Ben Shapiro, that Joe Biden cited, the calls for him to distance himself or whatnot. I mean, there's none of this. It's just all it's all completely normal. We're just going to do a New York Times feature on these guys and not even mention that this is the garbage they're puking out.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be like if like Maoist rebel news or something took over the liberal media.
Yeah.
Which, wouldn't be the worst thing, perhaps.
Lyndon LaRouche.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the reference. That right there. I mean, Anna Merlin's book on this topic is very good about how conspiracy theories have kind of taken over the Republican Party and just become more commonplace in general on all sides of the aisle politically, as people have felt more and more powerless in their lives, whether that feeling is legitimate or not.
Yeah, I mean, the more economic production is centralized, the more it actually is a conspiracy and not democratized, which is going to lead to people being conspiracy theorists. I think it's like a one-to-one relationship between, how power is centralized and how people are conspiracy theorists.
I think that's true. I think there's a lot of